Hello everyone, this is Gautami from Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering. Today we'll be talking about a new subject called Unix system. In that we'll be discussing about a topic that is a basic command one. So moving to the topic, it's about the command argument on the options we'll be using in the Unix. So what is a command argument? What are the options required in it? We'll be saying it. So introduction to the Unix command. Unix is a powerful operating system that allows the user to interact with the system through commands. Each command can perform a specific task, such as file manipulation, system monitoring, and network communication. Understanding how to use the command arguments and options is essential for effective Unix usage. So as we all know that Unix is a operating system which is based on a command, as in Windows and all we use a GUI interface where we just click it and we perform the required task. So Unix is different from that, where you're going to give a command for every single task which needs to be performed. So it is important for us to know about the commands which will be used and how we're going to manipulate the commands and how we're going to merge the commands and use it all together. So what are the command arguments? Command arguments are additional inputs provided to the command to specify its behavior. They typically follow a command name and that can include a file names, directory, or other specific values. Arguments can be mandatory for optional depending on the command being used. So basically, what is this command argument is about? When you give a command and you need to filter out things or you need to specify few things which need to be only displayed in it. So it's basically all about filtering things. So at that point of time, you'll be making use of this argument, and this can be used for a particular folder by specifying the name file, like for a particular directory by specifying its name, or else altogether by default by specifying null, and it can be worked on the default directory or the current working directory which is being used. So what are command options? Command options are also known as flags or switches, modify the behavior of a command. They usually start with one or two dashes and can be combined in various ways. Options can enable or disable features of commands such as displaying more information on changing output format. So in this, as we can see that there are few attributes such as D, H, S, L, that is followed by the directory, hidden files, system files, read-only files, file study to archiving. So these are nothing but the options which will be specified after the command. So you're basically helping them to choose a particular path. For example, in the hidden files, when you want to search something in the hidden files and when you want to only edit those parts, you'll be using the H file followed by the command. So it is all helping us to minimize the efficiency, increase efficiency and minimize the load of work which is being done by us by inputting the commands. So what is the syntax of command? And coming to the syntax of command, we all know that syntax is basically the format of specifying anything. So syntax of the command plays a very crucial role in this because all you're going to do is to just interact with our operating system by using the command. So anything wrong in the command will lead to a wrong interaction and the functioning will go wrong. So as we can see that there are a number of commands which are being grouped into different forms that are file commands, progress management, file permission, SSH, searching, system information, comprehension, network, installations, and shortcuts. So there are a few of the basic commands which are being used in the Unix. So the basic syntax of the Unix is a command followed by an options and arguments. The options and arguments are not so important or not so mandatory. Those are optional to be used. The command is followed by an option that modifies its behavior and then an argument that provides an input. So we can see that there is ls, the basic command that is for listing, remove directory, change to home, and then make directory, create directory, date, concatenate. A number of commands will be used. So let us understand how is this command being used by taking an example of ls. So whereas ls, we have an option called L, which is mainly stands for long. So that is, you'll be able to list out all the other files, that is all the files which are even inside a folder in that directory. So this help us to give you a long list of the files, instead which are a few files which are not being displayed in the ls command will be displayed using this extra option using with the same command. So how does combining options work? As we all know that AL actually works for displaying the hidden files, and whereas L works on listing out the long list of files. So what if we come out with something combining both? Because when you want to perform that task which involves usage of both the commands, and there's a requirement for you to filter out the commands, like first input one of the command and then input another command to filter it out. Instead of that, we can use something called combining options, which help us to combine the options of that command, so that that will minimize your filtering work and to work very efficiency. It gives the same input result though. So this can be used where we have an LA that includes the long list and also the hidden files. This shows a long list of hidden files in that directory or that file which is being specified. So using help and man pages. So using help and man pages helps us. Uh, Actually, it makes our work easier though, as we know that there are n number of commands which we are going to use to interact with the Unix. It is not for us. It is not actually difficult. It is actually difficult for us to remember all these commands to be used. So as the thing is that you can remember all the basic command which you being used, but the options, the arguments which keeps on changing, which has listed a command, for example, one command may have a 5 to 6 options in it and 5 to 6 arguments in it. So remembering all those commands and arguments is actually a difficult part of this Unix operating system, but that is being overcome by the usage of help command and man pages. This man pages, it gives you detail about the arguments and the options which are used for that command, so that you just by typing the command and the man page of that will display the options or argument, you and you will be able to choose the one which will be relevant for you to the usage of that particular function. And help command will obviously list out the commands which is being relevant to that option you are be using it. Coming to the conclusion part, as we all know that interaction with the Unix is all dependent on the command, and it is very effective, and it is very important for us to enhance the skill in this command if you're going to work with this operating system. So the basic need is to learn all the command, to be able to work with all the command, because knowing all the commands will help us to minimize our work, because there may be a command which will minimize all our work by putting in a lot of effort in the commanding and doing it. There may be a simple command which will do all our work. So it is very important for us to learn about all these commands. So this was a video about the understanding the commands, their arguments, and their options. So I hope this was useful, and thank you for watching the video.